Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I guess I'm returning to you sooner than I thought for an album review, and I was supposed to do this album review yesterday, but I got so busy with calling certain places and then working a 4 hour shift and then coming back home, and I just got too exhausted to do this album review. Like I said in my last review, I did kind of damage my vocal cords a bit. Kind of, but not to the point where I really uh, blew out my voice. But I'm returning to you for a album review, like I said, for Iggy Azalea's The End of an Era album that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, sorry for the long intro. I just wanted to mention what the title of this video is going to be. And yeah, what did I think of this album? Fuck this album. For damn sure. This is not a good album. This is another horrible record from her. Let's see. It started with the new classic or something like that. I can't remember. And I hated that. I did buy it at a time, but then I sold it immediately because I did not want that fucking album in my collection. And then I heard In My Defense a few years ago. That was even bad. This one beats it by atomically bad. Because she talks about and just going to a strip club, partying, other shit like that. And I fucking hate this fucking album. I think this is worse than Attila's Closure album, to be honest. I thought Attila's Closure album was the worst one this year, but I guess Iggy Azalea made herself known to be the worst artist this year and the worst album she put out this year. But Sirens was horrible. Did not like the dubstep sounds and the electronic sound in it too. It just sounded like shit. This was the worst fucking song on the album. Then Brazil comes, and I gave it a 0.5 out of 5. I cannot stand this song. Pillow Fight was even worse. Emo Club Anthem. I gave the Pillow Fight and Emo Club Anthem 0.5 out of 5s. I cringed at these songs. I was like, this is just goddamn horrible. Excuse my language, but I know I shouldn't say that, but yeah, I'm sorry for saying that. This is just fucking horrible. Was trying to say, but I accidentally said the GD word. So please forgive me. Shut the fuck up means, well, there was a lyric in Emo Club Anthem. I didn't mean to say shut the fuck up means something like that. I'm starting to slip up in this review, so please forgive me on it. But like I was trying to say, Emo Club Anthem, she says a lyric where she says to suck her dick, and I'm like, know your gender, bitch. You're not a male. I'm just thinking in my head, know your gender, you dumb bitch. And that's what I said yesterday when I was listening to this album. I was like, oh my god. It's like, is she that brainless to not know her fucking gender? I'm sorry, but that's just stupidity right there. And STFU means shut the fuck up. Didn't like it either. I Am the Strip Club was annoying as fuck. Very repetitive lyrics. Very cringy moments in the song with the dubstep sounds. She mostly did a lot of experimental dubstep sounds throughout this whole album. From 1 to 11, it is so fucking bad, this album. It is atomically bad. It's worse than In My Defense. Um, I don't know what I rated In My Defense, but you'll have to remind me in the comment section below. But Nights Like This was horrible. I think Woke Up Diamonds was a little better, but still not good enough to give a very good rating. So I gave it a 1 out of 5. Fuck that song. Is That Right? Featuring Bia was annoying. Extra was annoying. Peach Body was annoying. Think Sex on the Beach, Good Times with Bad People, and Day 3 in Miami, End of an Era featuring Elise. And also Sophia Scott in the Sex on the Beach. They were okay songs, but not good enough to give very good ratings. So I think Day 3 in Miami was a bad song too. So overall, I think Iggy Azalea's The End of an Era album sucked ass. It is the worst album this year unless something else beats it to be the worst album. But so far, this might be the worst album this year. This is such cringe, such repetitive noises and all that. And I fucking hated this album so much. I just was like, fuck this album. Keep in mind, it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. If you like this album, more power to you. But this artist is so predictable with the shit she comes up with her raps. Says nasty lyricism, other shit like that. And she's just a trashy artist, in my opinion. So for a score, I'm going to give Iggy Azalea's The End of an Era album a 1.5 out of 10. Fuck this album. For real. I'm sorry that I had to show the middle finger. This album really fucking sucks. And that's just my opinion. If you guys aren't fans of Iggy Azalea and agree with what I'm saying, then thank you so much. It's just my opinion at the end of the day, so don't get too butthurt if I had to give it a 1.5 out of 10. I just really fucking hated this album, and I will never return to it again. Because after I heard In My Defense, I never returned to it again. Because I was like, fuck this album. But thank God this is her last album for now. Because she's taking a 3-year break or some kind of hiatus break. I don't know what for, but I'll have to read into it again. But yeah, fuck this artist, fuck her album, and fuck this album. Pretty much almost all her albums are really bad. But comment below, let me know what you guys thought of the Iggy Azalea album, The End of an Era. If you liked it, if you hated it. If you did like it, I'm not going to judge you. It's just, I had my problems with this album. A lot of problems with this album. And I was trying to point out some facts that I've known for this artist when I listened to her music. And she's just so predictable. There's just so much predictability with her music that it just sounds generic and basic. But if you did like this album review, I hope you did. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. Like I said, keep in mind, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion on this album. I don't want to give you guys the wrong intention or give you guys the wrong idea to say, oh, fuck this guy and fuck his reviews. I'm just pointing out my opinion on what I think of this artist. And you don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I feel when I listen to Iggy Azalea and her albums and all that. But I will be returning to you for another video in a little bit. I think it's gonna be for the what is it? The okay to meh movies of 2021, I believe. So I'll get to it when I can. But anyways, stay safe, take care. Hopefully you enjoyed this album review. If you didn't, that's okay. I'm not gonna judge you if you like this album. It's just I really hated this album. But I'll definitely see you in my next review.